undefeated. He's been impressive up until now. I think he can do good if they give him a better matchup after this, because this is just too much, I think, for right now. And the next fight we have is somebody who I have been very impressed with. This dude, he don't have a big name, but it's Javid Basharat versus Mateus Mendonca. So now,
and they both undefeated too.
Yeah, but okay, so this is the thing. So one thing that Mateus is known for is winning 7 fights. Hold on. Was winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He won 7 fights in 7 months or something.
Oh yeah.
But if you go back and look at the people record that he beat, because I was like, oh, that's real impressive. I'll go back and look at the records of the people. I think there was a few decent guys. Hold on. Okay, so I'm finna look at the last few people. So we got Pedro, 21-7. Okay, that's cool. Then we get 0-1. And these are his latest fights. But then we got 5-3. And then we get 9-2, which that's decent. 1-4. I mean, you look at the records, he's like, you're supposed to win 4-5, 2-1, and the last person is 0-3. Bro, you're supposed to win X amount of fights in 7 months when you're fighting people who have a sub .500 record. So I hate to say it, man, but I think we can't necessarily factor that in too much. Now, one thing is he did step up against the people who had decent records. He did have good fights with them, but he took them to a decision. Everybody else he finished.
Yeah, so it's like the higher the competition is and his opponents, the more likely that he's not going to be able to finish
to
them.
Put him away as fast. But then when he got to the contender and he fought Ajin was 6-2 though. 5-2 at the 6-1 at the time.
That's the guy he embarrassed.
He put him down in 1 minute.
He's not really known as a one-punch knockout guy, so don't be fooled by that. But one thing that stands out with Mateus, you know what the worst part of his game is?
What?
His striking defense. If you watch his fights, man, like he fought somebody named Pedro CJ. That guy dropped him. He was able to come back and like hold him against the cage. Because if you look at Mateus, if he can't take his opponent down, he tends to hold him against the cage and clinch him up and stuff. Because I think the thing is, he tend to slow down like the second and third round.
Because
so
he used to putting people away real fast.
Yeah, but like it's not bad to hold people against the cage because you still scoring points.
And you can win like that in the UFC. In fact,
yeah,
a lot of the elite fighters who have a wrestling base, if the striking ain't up to par, or if they're fighting somebody whose striking is too dangerous, that's how they win.
Usman, DC.
Man, you got all kind of people.
But the thing is, when Mateus throw punches, that's when he's more vulnerable. Because sometimes he throws punches with his hands down. And then you got to understand who he's fighting against. Javid.
And that's what I was going to say. Listen to me. You're not about to land none of that.
Not even that, but he's going to get countered.
Listen, you're about to get pieced up real bad. Javid, this dude is flying under the radar. If you know the name.
I thought you were going to say he throw flying knees. That too, huh?
Well, he do that too, but he throws spinning back kicks. The beautiful thing about Javid is that, well, he's not like a one-punch knockout guy. He's more of like he pours it on, like he'll frustrate you because he's in and out movement, lateral movement, hiding everything behind the jab. He'll go to the body. He'll clinch up, throw a knee. Whenever you close the distance, or if he closes the distance, he'll throw those sneaky, like Calvin Kadar elbows.
That's not even the best part about his game. The best part about his game is the fact that he does all that and he still fights long. He still stays on the outside. He still doesn't really get hit a lot.
Yes.
Because, man, you were just talking about this earlier when he fought against Tony Gravely.
Yes. Because
Tony real sneaky with his right hand. And the thing is, Javid will just get close enough to land his punches, but then get out of harm's way.
Yes, I agree. Man, his striking almost remind me of like a little bit sharper version of Gegard. But you know, Gegard striking is like, it's kind of lazy. It's almost like if it is personality where it's like it's too laid back and too lackadaisical.
Oh, yeah.
But it's almost like Javid has like a workman's version of striking to Gegard, if that makes sense.
I thought you were going to say TJ Dillashaw.
No, but TJ had more power, way more power. But no, you know who he strike like? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Who? He strike like Nasruddin Imavov. Does that make sense? They got a similar.
I understand what you're saying. The difference between Javid and these other guys are the spinning kicks and the knees and the elbows. A lot of these guys, like Gegard,
I'm talking about the build, like the actual, like the body type, and then fighting long, like that type.
I think he's a combination of a couple people. Couple fighters.
And speaking of combinations, he gonna land a lot of them because
it's like they're different because Javid has real high fight IQ and defensive awareness, but Mateus doesn't really have that.
And look, Mateus is undefeated. He's been impressive up until now. I think he can do good if they give him a better matchup after this, because this is just too much, I think, for right now. Because Javid has been in there with Trevin Jones and Tony Gravely already.
And they wasn't able to take him down. Those are two big, strong wrestlers.
Hey, he was able to, actually, he wrestled Tony Gravely at one point.
Oh, yeah, he took him down.
And then he outstruck Trevin Jones, who is mostly a striker. So, so he was able to outstrike somebody who is mostly a striker. He was able to kind of have the grappling edge over somebody who is a wrestling base. So,
hey, we made this video yesterday about like who we think on be some of the best fighters in the world by the end of the year. Yeah. And Javid was somebody I forgot to say. I think he's going to be in the top 5 real soon.
Yeah, top 10. Top 10. Top 5 that's a lot, man.
Javid, it's just his style just annoys people, man. Like, nobody wants to fight.
He's in the bantamweight.
But who's going to want to fight him, though?
Dude, he's in the bantamweight. Did you hear what I said?
I understand what you're saying. I think his style.
Umar, Adrian Yanez, Ricky Simone, Jack Shore.
I think he's better than Adrian Yanez, man. That style.
I would agree with you for the simple fact that I think Adrian take too much damage before he start getting into his rhythm. And Javid, he might get hit here and there, but it don't happen often. But Mateus gonna have to get matched up with better, because it seems he does his best when he fighting people who don't have that much experience. When you come to the UFC, you fighting people who have that experience.
That's not even the issue.
And that's gonna be a problem.
The biggest issue with me is he's not developing as fast as I want him to. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not seeing him put everything together, the striking, the wrestling. He has the power. Obviously, we saw his last fight. It ended in like a minute, and he has the wrestling in the ground game, but he has to put it together.
But he's not gonna be able to put it together fighting nobody like Javid though.
Absolutely.
And they were wrong for giving him that matchup.